Hi, this is Walking and Talking Spirituality. Thanks for taking a walk with me. This morning I'm still thinking about tolerations, and the last video, if you had a chance to look at it, I simply asked this question. What is it in your personal, professional, spiritual life that you're merely tolerating? We're looking for those leaky faucets in our lives that are slowly depleting us. And I want to drill down because I think it's helpful to think about some categories on why this makes a difference. So as we move into 2021, let's think about the things that we're tolerating and think about some actions that we can take to resolve and fix those leaky faucets in our lives. And the first place where we can easily leak, and these are going to be 5 critical disciplines that we need as leaders. And the first one is time. Where are you leaking time in your life? Do you always feel overwhelmed? How's your schedule? Do you understand how to schedule out Sabbath time, family time, time for the things that you really love, and not just endless piles of work where it feels like you get less and less done and have to do more and more things on that? So take a look at your time. It's a critical discipline. So what are you tolerating that's causing you to not feel like you're in control of your time? Second key area, energy. How do you really feel right now? Do you have energy? Do you have energy for the day? Again, depending on our age, obviously we have to learn how to manage energy. But what are you tolerating in your life that's causing you to leak energy? We all know, like, you can leave the flashlight on your cell phone. It'll suck the battery right down. But what are parts of your life that literally are sucking the energy out of you? It could be things that we can control really easily, like our diet or the amount of exercise that we get. But are there, persons that literally are pulling the energy from us versus us being in relationships with friends, colleagues, mentors that can energize us? So do an energy audit on yourself. Where are you losing energy? What are the things that cause you to lose energy? What are the contexts? Who are the people? And think about, what would it look like to surround yourself and put yourself into better context? Again, that obviously there's always going to be context as spiritual leaders where we're going to be in places that really pull from us and sap our energy, but we got to learn how to replenish that. So make sure you have replenishing relationships and practices. The third discipline is the control of our emotions. Lord have mercy, 2020 seen, really, just look at our country, the pulse of the nation, up and down, a roller coaster ride of emotions. But as leaders, are we going to tolerate just being always reacting to everything? So take a look at how well you manage your emotions. And by that I'm talking about the anxiety, the stress, and even the dealing with uncertainty that we all have to face. If you've been a pastor, you haven't known from one week to another what kind of service you were going to be able to have, right? And so we need to take a look at that. And what are we tolerating in our lives that's, again, sapping our control of our emotions? It's not that we're not going to have tough days. Of course we're going to have bad days, but we want to be able to be in a position where we can make a bad day a little bit better, a mediocre day an even better day. And a lot of that is learning not to tolerate a loss of emotional health and control. Because those 3 things, time, energy, emotions.
Time, 25
if we tolerate
minutes.
Those
Distance,
things,
1.56 miles. Average pace, 16 minutes per mile.
Oh, sorry about that. That was my run keeper telling me how fast I'm walking. So this is Walking and Talking Spirituality. So again, if we don't get the time, energy, and emotions right, it's really hard to get the last 2, which are so critical for leadership. And that's the use of words. When we don't deal with our tolerations, it becomes really difficult when it's time to stand up or be in a context where we use language, whether we're coaching or mentoring person, having a difficult conversation, preaching, teaching, coaching, whatever you do with words. We don't want to tolerate not having the time, energy, and emotions that allow us, when the time comes, to be able to use beautiful, compelling, creative, interesting language that helps another person to be able to see, imagine, feel what it would look like to grow in grace. And then the last thing is power. And again, it's tough to we like to talk about servant leadership, but in essence, leadership is about the ethical use of power and authority that's been given us. Of course, it's influencing others, but what are we tolerating that perhaps sets us up to misuse the power that we have, to maybe fly off the handle, or to be that person that people don't want to be around, instead of using authority and power to lead people in ways that help them to be the people that God created them to be and lead others in their own right. So that's a little bit about tolerations. Where are you in energy, time, emotions, words, and power? I know that's where I want to grow in 2021. I want to be an ambassador of God's abundance. I'm guessing you do too. Love to talk about it. Let me know if I can support you in any way. And until next time, live by faith, be known by love, and be voices of hope to others.